episode of Fishing Prof. My name's Ryan. In this episode, I'm going to splice together a couple days of fishing from here at La Paz, where we've had some great action. And so I hope you enjoy it. If you do, I'd love it if you'd click that like or subscribe button down below. Really appreciate that. And let's go get after it. It's about 6:30. First light is on the horizon. You can see it's still pretty dark. And we just launched on our last day here in La Paz. Alright, had the line in the water for 2 minutes. Actually, probably not even. And we got a first fish on. Might have lost it. Or no, I think it's still there, just a small one. Yep. Just a little mackerel. I'm gonna let this guy go. Thanks, bud. Drop back. Get another, maybe a little bigger. Definitely a beautiful day. Happy to be out for one more day on the kayak here in La Paz. Had a great trip so far. Alright, got another fish on. Just trolling out to our jigging spots. It's a little over a mile to get there, so making use of this Yuzuri diver on the way, which seems to be working again. My guess is another small Spanish mackerel, but we'll see. Start the day. And he's off. Here's the diver I'm using. Got the bigger plane, so a little bit deeper diver. It's been serving me quite well. Let that back out. See what else we get. All right. Oh, had a strike. Lost it. We'll see if something comes back. All right, fish on. Beautiful morning. Seems like there's schools of small mackerel in here this morning. We fished here on the very first day of the week, and I hooked to some pretty big Spanish mackerel, relatively speaking, for the area. Oh, this guy's taking a little bit of drag. We'll tighten that up. This is about the same size as the other, so the school that's in here today. Maybe we'll connect to some others too. There he goes. Alright, I'm just under a kilometer to go to the jigging spot, so patrol a little bit more and then we'll switch over. Heading back out deeper. I've reached the area where I'm going to start jigging. Right now it's about 60 meters deep, and I'm marking fish between the 40 and 50 meter depth range. It looks like we're going to have a beautiful morning. Get vertical over my jig before I start ripping it through. We're going to take a pause on today's action and go to yesterday's action, which was some amazing fishing, but on a really windy day, so my apologies for some of the audio. And hopefully you enjoy a few of these catches, and then we'll get back to today and we close out with Michael's best fish of the week and a little bit more too. A little windy out here today. Might die down in a couple hours, but I'm having fun. It's a very wet day. Oh. All right, got a fish on. Using the 120 gram Kraken jig again today. And just letting it go to the bottom, a few slow jigs off the bottom, and then ripping it through. I got the drag down tight, but this guy's still ripping it off. Taking me for a bit of a ride today, having fun with that. This morning we launched right about 6:30. Unfortunately yesterday I broke one of my GoPros. So today Michael was kind enough to loan me one, but I didn't have a backup battery for that, so limited on filming time, but thankfully got enough to get footage like this. Hopefully you're enjoying. Alright, jumping ahead in the fight since this guy kept taking drag and made me work for it. Looks like I got a pretty good skipjack to the boat. Definitely felt good about this guy. Probably a, I don't know, 12, 14 pound skipjack. Real fun to catch. All right, we got that Kraken jig back down, putting it back to work. Didn't take long to be hooked up again. Again, I've got my drag super tight, and this guy started off by aiming for the bottom. Wasn't really sure what type of fish I had on here. I had a line out the back, so I was a little worried about tangling up the two lines. And as long as fish was pulling hard, I felt like maybe I could reel in the other line and still keep tension on it. In the end, I decided to just focus on the fish. Started coming in pretty good here. All right, not bad. Another skipjack, a little smaller than the last one. There he goes. Alright, here I am. I cast the jig out in front of me, then pedal up so that I'm vertical over it. Found a spot out here where I probably was pulling up fish every other jig today, or every other drop. Hooked into another one here. This one feels a little different. Coming in a bit easier. Definitely a different vibration on the rod. we got a Pacific Bonito here, or as I learned when I was fishing out of Zihuatanejo, they like to call them Chulla. I can put a link down in the description to that video. I think that was my son's first decent Pacific Ocean fish that he caught, was the Chulla. These guys remind me a little bit of half mackerel, half tuna. They've got real sharp teeth on them. And there he goes. On this windy day, I actually caught a lot more fish, but we're going to save some of that video for another upcoming episode. Now let's get back to day 5 and wrap up this great week that we've had here down at La Paz. We're fishing out here. There's not a lot of structure, but just a few undulations and things on the bottom that seem to hold some bait and fish, so that's what we're targeting. It's almost 7:30 and I've been jigging with this one that I've had great luck on this trip, but I'm going to switch over to this 150 grams since I've been marking fish but haven't had any hits out here, so I figure might as well change it up. I'll be back with you when we have this down and maybe have a fish on. Well, I didn't have any luck with the pink and glow jig, so I'm putting on this blue, silver, and glow 150 gram. We'll see if it has any luck. Looks like Jonathan hooked up. He says it's a yellowtail. Nice job.
All right. 8 pounds, 10 pounds, maybe.
Good work, bud. So Jonathan just landed the yellowtail. I just dropped down my jig and have really good marks, so we'll see. Maybe we can hook into another one out of the school. Keep just searching for more spots, more structure, more bait, and we're just found an area with great marks. So I drop down, we'll see if it translates to fish. Not yet. So in my explorations, I started marking fish really well. So I dropped down and hooked into something. I also switched to a smaller jig. I think this is an 80 gram jig, which I was, another puffer fish. Oh, we're not going to break a rod tip on these today. That's too bad. Alright, buddy. Probably have to deflate to go down, but it'll be alright. Alright, there's some more marks, so we'll drop down. Oh, there's something small. I've moved in shallower here. I'm just in 24 meters of water. Another pufferfish. I don't think I've ever been anywhere where I've caught pufferfish before. Now, this is 3 for me. Michael's had one here too. There he goes. Keep moving. Okay, I was trolling that jig on the way into the rocks. See if I can hit it. Let's see what we got. The way it's vibrating feels like Bonito or something similar. Yep. There we go. Would make a perfect size bait. So time for a little update. It's just about 2:30, which means we've been on the water almost 8 hours. I've been jigging pretty much non-stop for the last couple hours. Had 2 hits. Nothing that got the hooks though, so still just keeping after it, but we're going to be wrapping up in probably about the next 15 to 20 minutes and heading back, so we'll see if we get last minute action. Alright, Michael just hooked up to something good, so I'm going to zip on over and see if I can't film this for him. There you go, Michael.
Red buzzer. Yep, Yellowtail.
Awesome! You've been working for this all week. Way to go. This is Michael's first yellowtail.
There we go.
Nice job. Look at that.
I got it, Jonathan.
Wait me, I need to see that.
I'm gonna come to the other side so we get some better lighting. Nice work.
Thanks.
Now we've all got yellowtail this week. That's a success.
Oh, we got it. Right at the buzzer. Yep.
That's going to be it for the fishing in this episode, but before we sign off, I'm going to let Jonathan introduce himself. If you like this, please do click like or subscribe down below, and I hope you can get out and get after it soon too.
Jonathan from South Baja Kayak Fishing.
here in La Paz, Baja California, Mexico. We are here in Coyote Beach. We are starting the season of Yellowtail. You are welcome to come here. The season is started, amigos.